Welcome guys, welcome. This is GoDz from GosuGamers bringing you some Roccat GosuCup action. This is the round of 16. We are in the playoff stage now. We've got through the qualifiers, we've got through the group stage, and this is where it counts. This is the playoff stage, single elimination. But when I say single elimination, the matches are best of 3. So if you lose best of 3, you're out. But you can afford to lose a match here or there. And we are going to be bringing you a treat tonight. We have got FiveStars, a Russian team formerly known as Tom. They're up against Creamy Center, who I could say formerly known as MYM. Anyone heard of MYM out there? Most people probably have heard of MYM. The old MYM team, this isn't their full team. This is Misery, Demon, Mania. I'm not sure of the exact players playing, guys. So for those of you in IRC or just watching and asking who is playing who, what name is what player, I don't know. That's the truth. I don't know exactly who is what player. All that's known is majority is ex-MYM players. Apparently there's a couple players from OK Nirvana as well, such as Lacoste as well as Fear are on the lineup. Although this is all not entirely it's confirmed that it is these MYM and OK Nirvana players, but it's not really confirmed who is who and who has been playing in every match. LOL Singapore is Misery, I believe, from what I've been told. F Mercury is apparently Malk, although I don't know if that's entirely confirmed either. Basically, I don't know who is who, so don't ask me. I don't know. You can speculate all you want. I might speculate a bit as well, but I don't know anything for sure, although I am pretty sure LOL Singapore is Misery. That's about all I know. Apart from that, I don't know too much. Anyways, on these Scourge sides, we've got Tom and Jerry. You can have a look at their rosters there. This nice little bit of copy-paste that I've done from the GosuGamers site. And as said, this is the GosuCup, so teams competing for $2,500. Winner takes all. So everything up for grabs here. Well, not in this match specifically, but in this tournament. We have to get that first place if you want to go home with anything. So we're going to have a round of 16 match. It is best of 3, as mentioned. And we're going to have first pick going to the Scourge team, going to FiveStars. They've banned the Shadow Demon, Anti-Mage, and Furion. We're going to see an Invoker, Spectre, as well as Omni Knight banned from MYM. I thought that first ban was an Invoker for a second. Saw the little shiny gold locks of blonde hair. Got it mixed up because the Omni Knight and Invoker, obviously, very, very interchangeable. We've got some shout out here, guys, just from the players, seeing as I'm not showing the chat. There's a shout out to Hotshot Ace from Greece. Also a shout out to Mr. Baller. Shout out to Ads. And that is Demon's team, I believe. American Double Danish Swede is what it stands for. And we are going to get well underway here. We see AA being first picked by FiveStars, and gonna see ES and Potom being picked up by Creamy Center. So they're going to be having that ES as their support ganker. Potom going to be one of their solos probably, or possibly, sort of carry role maybe with a support hero. And AA can either be as a support hero or in that solo mid. It is one of those heroes that is fairly level dependent if you want to get that level 2 ulti out fast. Level 11 is when AA ulti really starts to do a lot of damage. Level 1, it's still very useful. If you can land it in a team fight, very useful. But at the same time, that level 2 ulti is so much more effective, and a support AA who gets under-leveled can be very limited in what he can do in the mid to late game, because basically, in a team fight, you throw down that AA ulti, then you've got nothing. Sure, you've got the Cold Feet and Ice Vortex, but they don't actually do a whole lot in a team fight situation. It's all about that ulti. So if, say, you throw that ulti, you miss, and or you just don't hit as many heroes as you like, AA suddenly becomes very, very useless as a support hero. So often we'll see it being put in that solo role. Another shout out, a couple more shout outs coming out. Some of these are not quite not quite PG. Gonna have to change the rating for this cast if I do want to include them. And what is going on here? We're gonna have a Vengeful Spirit and Lich being picked up for the Scourge team. So they picked up their kind of support heroes here, the Vengeful Spirit and the Lich. Although Lich can be a side lane solo, but probably seeing a support Lich, not definitely. Maybe going to see some sort of dual lane action coming out for them, because Lich is a great hero in a dual lane, can go up against a hard tri-lane or up against a hard carry because it can deny. So they can put something like a Lich plus Windrunner bottom, and just beat a very, very tough lane, stop an opposing carry hero from farming, and we are going to have Clockwork picked up by Creamy Center. So that's going to be their probably solo side lane, maybe at that top lane, or possibly at the mid lane, depending on where they want to do it. And we're going to have the next banning stage occurring. We've got Night Stalker and Brew being banned. And letting the players know that their shoutouts are not entirely being seen. And we're going to have the Windrunner, as well as the Void, as well as the Night Stalker and Brood being banned in this second ban stage. So we're going to have the fourth pick coming up, FiveStars. And going to be interesting to see what they pick up. Whether they try and pick up some kind of carry here. They do need some sort of more tankiness in their lineup. I mean, something like a Bat Rider would definitely go in well with their lineup, as in maybe one of the solos. Then Vengeful Spirit and Lich can be the sort of two supports. Having a Bat Rider solo is very tanky, very versatile, and then they can throw in some sort of carry hero last. Heroes like Lycan still in the pool, as well as your sort of more conventional carries. I mean, you've got the Drow, you've got the Deucer, you've got the Morphling. Going to be interesting what they go for, and they go with the Venomancer. So Venomancer probably going to be soloing that side lane, and they're going to pick up some kind of carry last. Although as I said, they may go for dual lanes. A Lich plus Venomancer dual lane at bottom could be very strong, and that could be something that can shut down the Creamy Center carry quite effectively. So dual lanes with a Lich, definitely one of the few heroes that can actually make dual lanes work against tri-lanes, or dual lane against a very hard carry, something like a anti-mage plus Vengeful Spirit lane with a Chen and jungle. You can just put two heroes against it and do very well. So going to be interesting what Creamy Center go with here. It's their fourth pick. They do need another support here, so maybe going to see them pick up something like a CM here, have the CM Roam as their two supports, or possibly a jungle hero if they want to go with an Enchantress or a Chen, and they actually go with a Tinker. Love seeing Tinker, and wow, that is a very, very fun pick, something I'm looking forward to seeing, and going to be great to see how that works with this Creamy Center lineup. And Tinker, wow, it's been a while since I've seen Tinker, so I'm actually looking forward to it. And fifth pick coming up for the Russians. They need to pick up some kind of carry, unless they're going to go for a push trap. But right now with AA, VS Lich, not really a very push-oriented lineup. They haven't really got much that pushes. Sure, they've got the Venomancer Plague Wards, but they haven't got much AoE apart from that AA ulti. The Lich ulti kind of is AoE, but not really for clearing creeps. They've got nothing that clears creeps out very well, so not going to go for a push trap by the looks of it. And they go with a Naga Siren as their carry. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And not a very versatile carry, the Naga Siren. It can be shut down very easily. I mean, it relies a lot on those illusions, but look at an Starfall plus VS Fissure, that's enough to do a lot of damage, and Fissure and Starfall on those illusions will pretty much instantly kill them. So Naga Siren maybe just going to be looking to sort of do some sort of sneaky side lane pushes, but going to be struggling to do a whole lot to actually beat those Sentinel heroes. I mean, the AoE from all these Sentinel heroes is going to be doing a lot of damage to those illusions of his. So the actual illusion's not going to be all that useful, but maybe just going to be looking for some early game aggression. Scourge are going to have to rely on their ganking and hero killing in the early to mid game, because late game they've got very little. Siren is not going to be able to outcarry a Tinker plus Priestess. And, I mean, Siren's is not a hard carry. It's a semi-carry pretty much, because, I mean, sure it's an agi hero, and sure it has illusions, which is kind of a skill which you would think is good for carry heroes, because it just makes them do more damage overall. But, unfortunately, not something, that you'd like to see. as your main high carry. You'd rather go for something either with range or either with a lot more survivability, something like an Antimator that just has huge DPS from the mana break, and as well as a lot of mobility from that blink. Something like a Spectre, which has huge AoE damage from dispersion. But Naga Siren not really fitting into the role of a hard carry, and it can be interesting how that works for the Russians, as they're going to be relying heavily on that ganking and sort of early to mid game dominance, as said. And Naga Siren could work with the Ensnare plus Tidal Gush, or whatever the spell is called. The AoE Gush, I guess it is. Does put out a lot of damage. Also, the VS, the Lich, Venomancer AA, they've got a very aggressive lineup. Sentinel, they're going to be on the back foot. Not necessarily in a bad way. They've got the ES Fissure, so they're going to be the ones counter-ganking. ES Fissure going to have to be flying in whenever Scourge trying to engage. Not to mention the Clockwork going to have to be using that hook shot and batteries, and then following up with the Battery Assault Cogs, just to sort of counter-gank in any scenarios. And now letting the players know they can do those shatter ads. They will be red. And we're going to have a look at the heroes, the teams, the players. What is going on, guys? We've got Earthshaker, played by JJ Darmody. So maybe it's Mania. I know that's one of those heroes he loves to play. But whether or not that is in fact him, who knows? We've got LOL Singapore, which is Misery, playing the Tinker. We've got Chen being played by 17-7. We've got Clockwork being played by Grasshopper XYZ, and that is it, everyone, by the looks of it. Where is Freddie Mercury? Freddie Mercury playing the Priestess, and apparently that's Malk. I'm not entirely sure. And top lane for the Scourge team, we've got, wow, I hate when heroes move as I'm trying to read their name. Kuru Shavan playing the Naga Siren. We've got Senya is Banker playing the Venomancer. Vengeful Spirit played by Tom Verblood, Jerry Q playing the Lich, and Bobry Q playing the Ancient Apparition. So that's your Scourge team. Paul's going to be coming out, and what is going on? And gonna quickly save, apparently, just what the players want. And we're going to see just what's going on here. As we do get underway, we've got a Naga Siren at top, going to be supported by this Venomancer by the looks of it, up against a solo Clockwork in that top lane. Mid lane, we've got Priestess, going to be up against an Ancient Apparition. Vengeful Spirit maybe going to be in this mid lane as well, or roaming around by the looks of it. Lich soloing bottom with that Dark Ritual first, going to have those boots to escape any incoming ganks from this against this Earthshaker, Tinker, and Chen at bottom jungle as well. So Chen going to be looking to get some early ganks happening, maybe at this bot lane, if Lich does get caught out of position, although Lich with those boots able to possibly escape. And Vengeful Spirit AA dual lane at mid against the Priestess. Not too sure how that's going to work out. Priestess can dodge those Vengeful Spirit stuns with Leap. Not to mention Leap, just a great counter to the Cold Feet, able to escape the freezing effect. And Priestess should do fine against this dual lane. Clockwork at top will struggle to farm a bit, as Venomancer Siren have a lot of killing power, especially against Clockwork. And Clockwork going to have to play fairly safe, although he does have that Stout Shield, which will block a fair bit of damage coming his way. So this guy's going to pop up ISC, move it off to the side so it doesn't pop up again, and looks like it's going all okay. And we've got Priestess doing what she can just to farm at this mid lane. And for those of you just tuning in, I should probably just repeat once more, this is the Roccat GosuCup. This is the round of 16 matchup between FiveStars and CC Creamy Center, who are ex-MYM players, as well as some OK Nirvana players apparently, and FiveStars, formerly known as Tom, from Russia. So a fairly experienced team as well. Obviously nowhere near the experience of these MYM players, and MYM's definitely the favourites in this game. And that can be interesting to see just what this Russian side can do, whether or not they can cause an upset in this matchup here. And apparently, my stream region is wrong. There we go, guys. Gonna fix that. And we can now apparently see everything. Sorry about that, guys. I was cutting off a bit of the screen at the bottom. It's now been fixed, so we're gonna have that all up and running smoothly by now. We should check that out. As shout out to Purge, who actually caught on to that. Although I'm sure there's a bunch of angry viewers in IRC yelling at me. My poor streaming. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. There was a lot of problems last night with the Skynet vs Orange shoutcast, but I've got some high hopes for today. Haven't had too many connection problems so far, and this promises to be a great game. A former sort of top European team. They were pretty much on the top of European Dota. I mean, it was basically MYM and Na'Vi. MYM got the better of Na'Vi basically in two tournaments in a row, and really definitely became one of the powerhouse European team. And it's going to be interesting to see what Tom can do here as we see Lich gets caught on the wrong side of a fissure, tries to pop us out. Clockwork Rocket comes in though, and First Blood goes to the Tinker. Sorry, it wasn't a Clockwork Rocket, Tinker Rocket, I should say. What am I talking about? And it was a Tinker Rocket, not Clockwork Rocket. They look kind of similar, I guess. There you go. It's a similar animation, those flying rockets. And once again, Tinker being very aggressive at bot lane as Vengeful Spirit has joined in. And bottom tower in a lot of trouble here as Chen has joined in for a bot push. We're going to have no Bessie Ring, so they don't have that plus armor aura. But Tinker going to get that last hit on this tower. Tinker with boots, 1400 gold. Going for early boots of travel. Vengeful Spirit gets stunned. Vision needs one more hit from the Tinker. Not going to come though. And unfortunately, not quite enough damage to actually take out the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit surviving on red HP. Gonna have to go back to that Fountain Heal, or use up that Salve and Clarity, but when you're this close to Fountain, and you're not going to be actually doing a whole lot of ganking in the next minute or so, it may as well just go back to Fountain. I mean, you're not going to get too many kills at bottom with just a VS and Lich against the ES Tinker lane. ES with the Fissure basically going to be able to counter gank anything that does come in. And how is this Siren farming? That's what I'm curious about. 23 CS on Siren. Looks to be going for an early Vanguard. And as I was mentioning before, this lineup for FiveStars, they need to be aggressive and dominate the mid game with their heroes, as well as the early game, because they haven't got a whole lot of late game power. Siren's not a great hard carry, and I don't know if this first item Vanguard build is the right item to go for. It's something you see sort of on the Spectre when you're not playing for an early game dominance. For Spectre, you just need to survive, and another kill at bottom as Tinker takes up Jerry Q. The Lich goes down once again, and the problems adding up for this FiveStars team. So, as I was saying, Siren is sort of a more early to mid-game dominant hero. As you see that Tidal Gush taking out the problem, just does so much damage. And that's why Vanguard first is maybe not the best item choice. Better to get the early treads or just early boots, and even just getting up a magic wand or something. Some kind of item that will just give you some nice regen, whereas the actual Vanguard costs a lot of early game gold, and it basically is a very defensive item. Sure, it can be used to tank so that you can actually tower dive more, but without boots, without even treads or even phase boots, you're not going to be able to actually have much mobility and the ability to have a big enough impact to actually dominate the early mid game. With that said, I mean, he is farming up very well, and we'll have that Vanguard up very soon, but not a very early game build oriented. Early game oriented build. So Vengeful Spirit VS there at bottom. Veno is actually smoked. I think the VS was as well, but actually revealed himself. Lich is there as well. Lich only level 4, needs to get that level 6 for that ulti. Then maybe they stand a chance at getting some kills on this bottom lane on this Tinker or this ES. Tinker, boots a teleport, going to be up in about 6 minutes time. And that's pretty big. Definitely, well, that's very big with that T1 tower. But the thing is, so what? How is he actually... He's not even level 6, so he can't even use those boots to teleport to their best effect. I mean, it's great to get nice and farm, but at the same time, you can't really use the boots to teleport to great effect until you hit sort of level 8, level 9, and by putting Tinker in this dual lane, or kind of even a semi-tri lane with the Chen nearby, the Chen coming out for pushes, you basically slow down the leveling of Tinker. Tinker needs levels as much as he needs farm. You need to get those level 4 laser, level 4 rockets, as well as the Boots of Telly up. And right now he has Boots of Telly, but he's level 5. So he's got low level laser, low level rocket, and doesn't even have rearm. But he will get some kills. He has Lich in a lot of trouble. Goes down to that laser. Chen gets slowed by the Invis Venomancer, and Chen going to go down. He's going to see Deny coming out from the ES. And that is some good play there by ES as we see Tinker chasing down this Venomancer. Tinker with Boots of Telly. Venomancer not going to stand a chance here. Are we going to see a fissure? Yes, we will. Laser's going to come out. Tinker picks up another kill. He's got his 4th kill. And off to a great start here as we see Creamy Center CC just dominating. Top lane, we see Naga Siren getting up those boots. As mentioned, he needs those boots. I mean, Naked Vanguard isn't going to do a whole lot for you. You do need those boots. And as you can see, he has mana problems. I mean, that Gush uses up quite a bit of mana. It's not like you're just a farmer, like someone like a Spectre who doesn't need all that much mana. And we see Potom, Tinker, they go on this AA. AA, red HP, needs another hit from the Tinker. Tinker not able to do enough damage, and that's the problem. Tinker, sure, he's got those boots of Telly. He's actually leveled up Rearm at level 6, so he's got Rearm, but he's got maybe level 3 laser and level 2 rockets, or vice versa. So level 2 laser, level 3 rockets. And those nukes just don't do much damage. You need them leveled up. You need to get more levels. He shouldn't be ganking right now. He should just be getting levels. He needs to find a solo lane, whether that's at mid, top, or bottom. He needs just to get some solo XP or some kills on his own. But if he's splitting XP from kills between 3, maybe 4 heroes, he's not going to be getting a huge amount of XP. And right now, he's not underleveled. I mean, as a hero in a dual lane or kind of even a tri lane, he's not underleveled. But at the same time, he needs more levels. The levels have been going to other heroes on his team, the Priestess as well as the Clockwork, and as a result, Tinker just not having those high level nukes as he got those boots of Telly. I mean, he's got the fastest boots of Telly you can possibly get, but that's not really what you want in a Tinker. You want those levels. And you kind of, I mean, having 15-minute boots of Telly is just as good as having an 8-minute boots of Telly, because at 8 minutes in, you're not going to have those level 4 nukes. Whereas 15 minutes in, you're probably about just hitting level 9, level 10, and that's when boots of Telly are really going to have a big impact on the game if you can TP around and use those nukes for ganking and counter-ganking and just harassing so much damage from them when they are leveled up. Siren, we see, has brought up some treads, fully mannered up. Venomancer VS also at top. Maybe going to be looking for a gank on this Clockwork, but Clockwork, I think maybe spotting that Venomancer, as the Venomancer was popped out in that lane, and Clockwork doing some rocket harass, going to spot these heroes probably, and maybe just going to see the Scourge team looking for a push on this tier 1 tower top, because they have got 3 there, only the Clockwork defending, but Clockwork with the level 4 rockets now, because Clockwork is level 7, going to be able to stop the push fairly easily, I imagine. And we see Chen hitting level 5, does have his second creep. Tinker finally doing some solo farming here, as you can see. And it looks to want to chase down this Lich. He's got those boots of Telly, but very close to tower. And Lich actually has fairly fast movement speed, so able to escape fairly easily there. And Tinker getting more and more farm. 37 CS, the 12 denies, 4 kills, and Scourge 52 CS on Siren, so Siren with a very nice CS. Sleep can be used by Siren, and Tinker TPing in takes out the Venomancer. Siren gonna look to use those illusions, but as said, that's why those illusions just aren't all that good, because one fissure took them all out. VS gonna go down. Siren tower, no, does not take out the Siren. Rocket will though, and AA in trouble now as well, as AA is just gonna fight his way out of it. ES will go down, but Potom picking up the kill there, as we do see the three Scourge heroes going down in that fight. Or was it 4? I believe Venomancer was maybe there as well, diving past that tower, and actually just respawned and TP'd mid, but not a very good clash for FiveStars, as definitely going very strongly in MYM's, well, I can't really call it MYM, in Creamy Center's favour. A most unusual team name, Creamy Center. Never heard anything like it. Probably have, actually, but just definitely something. You're going from MYM, Meet Your Makers, to Creamy Center. Not a very logical progression of team name, so, sorry to say. We'll see Arcane Boots on that Clockwork. Going to be using those just to spam those rockets, and get basically as a very nice team item, just to keep everyone on his team maned up, so Potom can just use that Staff on more freely, and then get maned up by this Clockwork, as we see AA getting caught out immediately. Siren in trouble as well as Adventure Spirit. Lich ulti going to bounce around. The chain creeps are going to help tank that. ES does take a lot of damage from, but ES still red HP. Is Lich going to finish him off? Lich needs one more hit. Yes, he's going to get it, but Lich goes down. Double kill for Grasshopper, and LOL Singapore, the Tinker, picks up another. 3 5-star heroes going down. Siren Venomancer, the only ones alive. They're at tower here, and they are in a lot of trouble as 2 Sentinel heroes are flanking them. 2 are in front of them. They're surrounded, and probably will both go down as the rockets are used. Cog hits them both. Siren somehow escapes, but Tinker there with the laser has a soaring as well, just to help him keep that spam up. AA ulti gonna go flying in, gonna hit this Potom. Potom gonna probably go down. One more tick. Is it there? Yes, it is. Potom goes down to the AA ulti. and a well-placed AA ulti does manage to get one nice little revenge kill, but still, CC just with a clear lead here, off to a great start. And we are going to have Tinker just keeping that farm up at bottom. I'm going to pop open the scoreboard while there's a bit of a break in the action. 44 CS on the Tinker, 36 on Clockwork, 28 on Potom, so no huge CSs on the Sentinel team. 53 CS on Siren, as well as 36 on AA. There's a Clockwork hook, I heard it. Clockwork finds the Vengeful Spirit. AA gonna ulti this Chen. Chen gonna go down, and Clockwork not going to actually be in that much trouble whatsoever, as Tinker TPing into one of these Chen creeps, takes that one. Roccat going to take out this Venomancer. Godlike Tinker at 13 minutes. Misery is just owning it up here as he gets another kill. Clockwork cogs Bobbery Q, the Lich, I believe that is. Sorry, the AA. AA going down, and Tinker beyond Godlike before 14 minutes. Holy shit. 10-0-3 Tinker has boots a teleport, looks to be going for a Dagon here, and this game is getting very one-sided very quickly as we see ES with Arcane Boots, Clockwork with Arcane Boots as well as he earned 1600 gold, just bought a Vitality booster. Chen doing most of the warding and supporting. Potom looks to be going for a Django as well as those Phase Boots which are already up, and on the Scourge team, with all these recent deaths, there's not a whole lot of farm there. We do see AA with the Arcane Boots, but still very squishy, trying to make that mech. And Siren, the only other one with farm, almost has treads as well as a Vanguard. He will have that Vanguard in about 300 gold and will need it just to take up, because right now FiveStars not going to be able to be aggressive as they've just fallen so far behind with this Tinker getting so fed. And as I said, Siren not a good late game carry, which is why this is looking very bad for this Scourge team, as Clockwork misses a hook on the Lich. Was trying to find him. And what is going on? And we are going to see AA at mid, trying to get some more levels, get that more farm, get that mech up. Although he's still got 900 gold to go. And ES at mid, going to have a Tinker TP in as well, pop some rockets down. The fish is still on cooldown though, and Lich, the one at very low. And we're going to just see Tinker just continually TPing in, spamming those rockets, spamming in whatever he can. Rockets, marching machines, and lasers, and he can just TP back to Fountain at will because of that rearm skill, and then just TP back in for some more harass. And Chen is joined up mid, going to be looking for some harass here. VS gets caught out, ES needs one more hit, going to get it. The cold feet coming in, ES going to get frozen here, but Clockwork with a perfect little hookshot. Cog, Roccat gets two, ES going to go down to the AA ulti, yes he does. 3 Scourge heroes are down, and that is not looking good for this FiveStars team. And gonna just quickly, I do need to I apologize guys, there's shit popping up on the screen. I know someone's asked me for a link to the stream, so I will provide. As and we're gonna have Potom with that completed Django, also has 1500 gold now. Bottom lane we see Tinker getting a Dagon up, has a Dagon 1. At mid, Chen doing some solo ganking, goes on this Lich. Lich ulti going to take out the Chen. A ulti coming in as well, and Lich going to say thank you very much. That's a nice little kill for him, but not going to really be enough to get this Russian team back in the game, I don't feel. And that Clockwork hooking in again, finds the Venomancer, and going to take him out in just a matter of seconds. And we're going to have AA just only able to stand there and watch as his buddy goes taken out. But right now, this is just getting worse and worse for the Russians 5-star as Creamy Center, this MYM and OK Nevada in mix, and just have their number. We see VS getting solo killed by a Tinker with Dagon. And that could see him probably getting a Dagon 2 up now, as he does have 1600 gold. If he does, in fact, going to get that ES coming in. Arrow finds the Lich. Fissure as well. Going to see a Starfall. ES ultis, just for good measure. And we're going to see Dagon coming in, takes out the AA. Tinker going to TP out immediately. And this game getting very one-sided very quickly. And we are going to have Vanguard is up on Siren, but not going to change the course of this match. Not at all. Just nothing this Go team can do. Their items are just absolutely abysmal. Venomance with nothing. Lich with nothing. Looks to be going for, I think, 2 heroes are going for mech. There's some very poor communication here. Both Lich and AA look to be trying to make a mech. VS doesn't even have boots. 06 has a circlet. Guys, this is when you know you're getting completely raped. You see a VS with empty slot, empty slot, empty slot, empty slot, empty slot, circlet. And that is just like facepalm moment where you're just like, wow. This game is a stomp, which is pretty much the only way to describe it, as we are going to see a mech up probably fairly soon on Lich, but Tinker getting another kill. It's on the Venomancer, so luckily for the VS, he will survive a bit longer. But obviously, very underlevel, very underfarm. Tinker with a blink dagger, blinks on in. Gonna go down. This tower's focusing him. No, he won't. Fissure gonna come in. Gonna keep him alive. Clockwork picks up the kill on the Lich. VS in a bit of trouble here as ES blinks on in. Dagon follows it up, and Tinker takes him out. Tinker completely out of mana, though. Maybe gonna see him just TP back to base once he has mana. There we go. A couple of Arcane Boots actually coming off, getting him a nice little plus 250 mana. But still, may as well go to base because that TP just takes a quick 2-second rearm, and you've got teleport once again. And top lane, we see Chen doing some ganking here. Gonna find the Siren. Tinker TP's in with the Dagon. Dagon blink combo. See you later, Siren. And even the Siren with that Vanguard didn't even have time to use the ulti by the looks of it. Yeah, didn't even have time or didn't have mana, and that gets completely taken out in a couple seconds there. And guys, for those of you just tuning in, I don't know who is who. All I know is this is the ex-MYM squad with some possibly some OK Nirvana players like Lacoste and maybe Fear are apparently playing for them. Although nothing's been confirmed. I mean, when I say nothing's been confirmed, it is confirmed that this is ex-MYM players. Players like Mania, Malk, Misery. I believe Blue is definitely Misery from what I've been told. This is Misery playing Tinker. He's 16-0. So, Misery the Slayer indeed. He's completely dominating this game. And as for the rest of the players, I'm not too sure who is who. Your speculations are as good as mine. I mean, you can look at who's playing what. We've got Chen, ES, Clockwork, and Potom. So, you can guess all you like, but I don't know who is who. Apart from the Tinker being Misery, which I'm pretty much 95% sure it is. But guys, those of you asking in IRC, who is who? I don't know. And we are gonna see MYM, or sorry, Creamy Center, not MYM. Can't do that. Look to take out this top racks maybe fairly soon because they've just got such a big advantage. Shen's picked up 3 creeps now, almost has a completed mech. Unless he's got a base or on Crow. Oh, yep, yes he does. It's at base. I think there's something at base. I hate these circles. You can never see what items on them. It's actually just Observer Woods. So not going to have that up anytime soon. And Bobber Q gets taken out at top. And the Naga Siren image is just going to do a bit of harassing here, but not really all that menacing. As Vengeful Spirit TPing in Tinker. Looks fine, the Vengeful Spirit. This Clockwork plus Tinker combo is just wreaking havoc, because Clockwork can scout with the rockets, and then Tinker can use his rockets thanks to the Clockwork vision, and it's actually a very, very good combo. And very effective at just doing so much harass, and Tinker can just spam those rockets as well. Has up a Dagon 3 now, and Dagon 3 against these squishy Scourgers. Venomancer, 800 HP. Lich, 800 HP. VS probably less, 800 HP as well. AA, 900 HP. Dagon 3, 600 damage. Okay, it doesn't do quite 600 damage. There is magic resistance, so it does, I believe, 70% of that in damage. So it still does about 450 damage. after damage reduction, and we are going to see Nagasaran come in, try to defend this ranks with that sleep, but it's nothing the Scourge team can really do against the farm on these Sentinel heroes. We're going to see VS get taken out again, and kill after kill going CC's favour, as this game is becoming a bit of a stomp, guys. Lich ulti is popped, doesn't bounce anywhere. Clockwork going to say, well, hey, I've got a Vanguard. I've got some earn charges as well as a mech on my team. Going to easily heal him up pretty quickly, and Top Rax is going to get taken here. Apparently my intel is telling me that Mania is the ES, Pusher is playing Chen, Tinker being played by Misery, Playmate playing the Potom, and Clockwork being played by Malk. I believe it's just speculation. I don't think it's actually been confirmed, because I don't actually think this is the entire... From what I've been told, this isn't the entire MYM team. I think Lacoste is playing, and the Scourge team just leave the game without even saying GG. That's how much of a stomp this was. I'll say GG. There you go. As Creamy Center just absolutely dominate the Russian side FiveStars there. That's pretty much the best way to describe it, guys. And that was game 1 of the Roccat GosuCup round of 16 action here. I'm GoDz from GosuGamers, so thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to have game 2 coming up very soon.